Hi everyone, welcome back. And I'm just in the process of finishing off the top of the bookcase. Ooh, that's hot. Now, I don't think this is going to fit because I cut it slightly larger one end because I've got to do some scribing over there. So I think we're about right on that section there. Let's just get a bit of an offcut to see. That's the width of our next board. Yep, that just finishes flush with the end there, so that's okay. Now this end, I know it needs scribing. I've got a gap there, so by the time I cut that back, the width of this board will be flush with the end of that. So yeah, we've got a bit more to take off there, haven't we? Which was how I calculated it. As you step back, already you can see how unlevel the first floor is in comparison. Bookcase is naturally all level. But here I've got a measurement of 120, and then here 50. So over like 2 metres, it's out 70 mil, which is nigh on 3 inches. Yeah, I don't think they had the use of a spirit level when they built this place. So even if you'd done it by eye, you could squint and do it better. If at first you don't succeed, scribe and scribe again. Certainly get me steps in today. isn't it? Don't forget this is all going to be filled and painted and prepped up. I've got something I want to finish the front off so it looks much nicer than what you see at the moment. Yeah, this is not the end product by any means. To try and fix that board, hopefully I can get it from above. Certainly get this one. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, now for my next trick. Might need to do one on this one. How would you finish this off? Would it be the same way as I'm going to do it? Let's find out. Just too short again. Now, the only wood that I've got left doesn't quite reach the top timber. So we're a bit short. Now there's one or two ways I can do this. I can either splice another piece to this one. Now if I was going to do that, I would cut it at a 45 degree straight across so that you've got maximum contact surface, if you like that. Ball goes across, you cut that way in both of them. That way you've got quite a nice wide face to glue and pin. Easier to sand down, doesn't crack as much as you do two straight cut joints. That is one way to do it. But I'm looking at this thinking, might turn this into an opportunity to get a little bit creative. Now if I'd have had longer lengths I may have just pinned them on, but I've had something buzzing around up here. I'm thinking, okay, let's give that a go. I think it'll look even better. So what I'm thinking, will the camera pick it up? I think it should. This section here, right? We look at this as our timber. Something like that. And what I'll do is I'll replicate this angle, a little kick there and up on our template, transfer it over, let's see what it looks like. I've scribed that design into this, simply transfer that to a piece of wood now. I think I'm even going to need some glasses. Yep, start to have to put spectacles on now. Well, what do you think? I don't like wearing glasses, just so inconvenient. I know I've always got my safety specs on, but yeah, for the close-up work, it's glasses now. Oh no, it looks terrible now I've got my glasses on. That's better. Oh, I'll see what I'm messing up now. Yeah, I think that little touch, that bit of detailing really does make a difference. Oh, ice cold. Yeah, there's still a fair bit of work to do on this. We've got to trim up the edge there. Now on the side return around here, what I was thinking, when I come to do the window reveals, I'm not going to do it in softwood, I'm going to do it in hardwood to match what's underneath. It'll tuck behind this front cheek here, so it'll be like a flush finish, and we'll just go into the window reveal like so. Well folks, that is it for this video. Stay safe out there. See you in the next one. Bye for now.